Hi Sunil. Am I audible, Sunil?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. My computer got really stuck. I was struggling with it for last 25 minutes. Somehow it was not opening. So only you have joined, others have not joined. Gayatri has joined just now. Okay,
Gayatri, yeah.
fine. So it was delay from my side, so really sorry about that. Just wait. Let's wait for 5 minutes before we start.
I don't think they are joining.
No, others are not joining.
I think Vishal would be joining.
Okay, what about others?
Only Sweta and Osset left. Sweta won't be joining.
Is the net down from your side or from my side, Gayatri?
My side, sir, I'm traveling.
Sorry, Preeti and Sweta will not be joining.
Sweta won't be joining.
Okay, Preeti and Sweta will not be joining.
Sweta will not be joining. I don't know about Preeti.
Okay. Okay.
So let's start this session.
PC. Yeah, I'm going to start. I'm going to start in 2 minutes because I'm just seeing my PC is struggling. I'm just giving it some time so that. Gayatri, am I audible? Sunil's.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Hello. Vishal? Vishal, am I audible?
You're not audible. To me, probably.
Hello.
I can
Vishal,
hear
am I
you.
audible? Gayatri, you can hear me, right?
Audible.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Vishal, what about you? Fine. Am I audible? Guys, Sunil and Vishal.
Audible.
Gayatri?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Thank you. So let's start the class. Before starting the class, just I wanted to tell you people, I spoke to Venkat Mohan sir the other day. So we are coming up with a small workshop on prelims. Okay. It will be some 5 to 6 hours of workshop with a very nominal fee. Okay. The details will be published very soon. So the one of my friend who is also associated with Feynman, Mithun also will be participating. Mithun is presently serving IRTS. So he's in Indian Railway Traffic Service. So he'll also be connecting from there. So very nominal, around we are planning around 500-600 rupees of workshop. So as on when details comes, please enroll. I think Gopi will be giving the flyer. Okay. So it will be some 5 hours of 5 to 6 hours of workshop with where the previous questions will be discussed and various shortcuts, other methodologies and changing trends will be discussed. Fine. Right.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we have done 4 classes on archaeology. So sir was asking me to take a class on racial and linguistic classification, which sir will not be covering. He has asked me to cover that also. So yeah, we can do that, not a big deal. Racial and linguistic classification is pretty easy and very important also for 10 marker and 15 marker. Uh, the only thing is you have to remember the classifications and as it is reproduce them in the form of diagram or table. Very important. Racial and linguistic classification, we'll do that. After Harappa, we'll do that because seems like sir is not doing it. So that is one part where this would be pending, right? So it will take 2 more classes in that case. Next class will be Harappa, then we'll do megalithic burials and racial classification, linguistic classification in one class. All right? Clear? Then we can have one doubt session. So I have uploaded the PDFs of rest of the 2 classes also, 3 and 4. Got them?
I didn't
Please
check.
respond back.
I think I have seen
Got
them in
them.
the email.
Yeah, the PDFs have been uploaded. Okay, so please download them and just save them. And if you have enough time, just go through them. Okay, from here on, I understand it's going to be hectic for you guys because prelims notification is expected soon in a day or two. The court case is also over. So just gear up. Sunil, guys like Sunil who are in the first attempt, and Gayatri, how are you now? Drained or back with the energy, or how are you?
I'm dropping this at. I'm dropping this at. I'm good. I'm
Okay,
studying, but I'm
she's
good.
yeah, fine. We'll discuss. We'll discuss later. So, right. So let's start the class. Very straightforward topics, simple topics. Okay, not even as complicated as Paleolithic or Mesolithic. So very straightforward. So today we are going to deal with Chalcolithic age and Iron Age. Okay. Yeah. So what is Chalco? I think we discussed this in the previous class also. Chalco stands for copper. Okay. Lithic stands for stone. So copper and stone age is called Chalcolithic age. So by now, going by the 4 classes, you must have understood what exactly is going to be the pattern in Chalcolithic age, right? Any guesses, Sunil? So what would be the underlying idea about this age?
Copper usage.
More and more usage of copper, tools made up of copper and stone bone combination, right? So continuation of Holocene era, right? Just look at this slide. So dry and warm climate. So it succeeded Neolithic period in some areas, while it coincided with Neolithic age in some areas. Okay, this particular point I hope you understand because we discussed it multiple times that the entire world cannot have same climate pattern or evolution pattern at the same time, right? So various phases of various periods will be happening parallelly at various points in the world. So in some places it succeeded Neolithic, but in some places it coincided with Neolithic. And popularly it is a transition between the Neolithic and Bronze Age. What is the popular example of Bronze Age?
Harappa.
Harappan civilization is the Bronze Age. Okay, so it is the transition between Neolithic age and Bronze Age. So that's what. See the fourth point. It varied in timeline across the world from 5000 BC in Europe, 2000 BC in India, 4000 BC in West Asia. So it came first in the Europe, then in the West Asia, then it came to India. So you can find that pattern, right? How the Chalcolithic age came to India around 2000 BC. So these are the important points you can mention in the answer, which will reflect to the examiner that you are aware about the worldwide perspective of this particular culture. Right? Done? Shall we move? Vishal? Yeah. So this is the tool technology. You can see, right, onto the left side, you see these are copper tools. This is copper. Okay. This is also copper and then some stone tools, bone tools. So it is a hybrid of copper as well as stone tools. Okay, if you see, there is an opening in this tool. That means either they must have used some stone or bone to have this particular sharp tool, to hold this tool. It is used, it can be used in an independent way, also in as an attachment, right? Right. So what is the Chalcolithic tools? Copper hoards found around Indo-Gangetic plain. Okay. So copper storages are found somewhere. So the hoards comprise a variety of objects like flat axes with plate sides, convex cutting tools, shouldered axes, double-edged axes, hook spear edge, lugged holes and rings. Okay, these are all various kinds of tools. Okay, remember all of them. Maybe you can mention few standard tools which you are aware of. Okay. So one important observation here is most of them are heavy and seem to have some ritualistic significance. Okay. So some Chalcolithic tools are quite heavy and they seem to have some ritualistic significance. Some ethnographic evidences of present day gods using or worshipping similar tools. So when we do the ethnographic studies, it seems like similar Chalcolithic tools are being used by present day Gond community. Gond is a tribe, right? I think you're done with the tribes. Gond is one of the tribes. So when studied, so this is where your ethnography comes into picture. So these are the kind of case studies you can mention in your answer for ethnographic archaeology, ethnoarchaeology, right? When you're giving answers for ethnoarchaeology, you can write some examples like this. There is a significance of present day Gonds using Chalcolithic age cut tools. And those tools are having ritualistic significance also. Right? Understood?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we were speaking. Chalcolithic tools is a combination of copper, stone and bone tools. And like Neolithic age people also, because it is transition between Neolithic as well as your Bronze Age, the new technologies like smelting and melting. Okay, tools of various sizes and shapes are also found. Art forms. Obviously, the sedentary way of lifestyle started from Neolithic age. So, obviously, being a transition and the phase later to Neolithic or coinciding with the Neolithic, it also has a sedentary lifestyle with agriculture as primary occupation. Domestication of animals. It started way back in Mesolithic age, took to the next level in Neolithic age, and then continued in Chalcolithic age. Okay, try to understand the continuity and the evolution across various ages. It will be very easy for you to remember the flow. Domestication started in Mesolithic. Agriculture started in Neolithic, continued in Chalcolithic, and then surplus came in Harappa. Due to that surplus, Harappa became civilization. Cities flourished. Why? Because by the time Harappan Bronze Age came, the agriculture started more and more in extensive form and it became intensive agriculture. That is producing more than what is required. So it led to surplus. The surplus led to formation of secondary occupation. And the secondary occupation led to your civilization. Civilization is nothing but having advanced form of culture, right? One definition of civilization is advanced form of culture, which is nothing but having cities, towns. That happens when people shift from primary occupation. When people shift from primary occupation, when the requirement is less. When the requirement is less, when people do intensive agriculture. Right? So different levels of sedentariness reflecting permanent, semi-permanent settlements. Presence of copper tools and OCP that we will discuss. Okra colored pottery. Ochre, O-C-H-R-E, ochre, colored pottery has been seen at few sites. Ochre means orange color. Ochre is orange color. Is there any lag between my class and you people?
Your voice is a bit breaking, sir. It's not.
1 second. Let me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can feel that because. Just give me a minute. Is the internet stable now from my side?
Better.
Better. Is it audible immediately?
Yeah, it is audible now. Before
Fine.
there was some lag.
Yeah, I could know that because yeah. Okay. So anything which you did not follow or want me to repeat? We were here, right? Yeah. Ochre stands for orange color. Okay. Ochre colored pottery. So we discussed in the last class how the pottery also evolved, right, Sunil? From basic clay pottery to black and redware pottery during Harappan age, and then ochre colored pottery. Then we will study painted grey pottery, and then the advanced form of pottery is called NBPW. Okay, northern black polished ware. That was during Mahajanapada period. This itself can be a question in prelims. Sorry, mains. Okay. So this is what is called ochre colored pottery. You can see that orange shade, right? Not a typical clay made, seems like an orange shade pottery. So different sizes and shapes of the pottery have been found. There have been occasional designs on the exterior as well as the interior of the pottery. Okay. So there is some confusion amongst archaeologists regarding the pottery. Some think of it as an independent ceramic technique, while others think it is a poorer version of Harappan pottery. So what is Harappan pottery? Gayatri, what is the color of Harappan pottery?
Sir, what's the question? I did not follow.
What is the color of Harappan pottery?
Red and black and red.
Black and red. So some thought ochre color pottery is in itself an independent form of pottery, but while others claim that it is a poorer version of Harappan pottery which is black and red. So they think black and red ke beech mein it became orange, something of that sort. So again one more evidence which says that while writing history and archaeology answers we should not conclude anything. Okay. For archaeologists it is day in day out job. They are only still confused. Who are we to go and conclude that this belongs to that? Okay. So then there are some fortified structures which are made up of mud bricks in some cultures. Example, Ahar. Ahar is one of the examples of Chalcolithic culture. So there are some fortified structures. Okay. You come to know about these fortified structures more during Harappan period urban planning, right? There are fortifications. The walls are built by mud. Okay. Burning of cattle dung is observed in some places. Such places we call them as mounds. Cultivation of lentils, common peas, millets, barley, etc. is observed. Right? Clear so far? Gayatri?
Yes, sir.
So after Mesolithic age, from the time you start the Neolithic age, you find there are a lot of overlaps, right? Lot of overlaps across cultures, because till Paleolithic age you had clear cut time period ka differentiation. From Paleo to Meso you had a transition. From Meso to Neo you had time period differentiation as well as transition. But if you see from Neolithic age, Chalcolithic age, Harappan age and Iron age, all these ages are between 4000 years, right? From 5000 BC to 1000 BC, all these ages existed. So obviously you will have some kind of overlap, right? So ornaments made of beads and semi-precious stones are found. Evidences of cloth making on spindles. Okay. It was found in Malvan culture. Increased social cooperation. Burials are found with copper tools in Inamgaon. Okay. Inamgaon. You can see that there is increase in social cooperation also. Right. You please note down this important name of B.B. Lal. There might be a direct question on contributions of B.B. Lal to Indian archaeology. All these sites were almost discovered by B.B. Lal. So if you get a 10 marker question, discuss the contribution of B.B. Lal to Indian archaeology, you can say that B.B. Lal has been a significant contributor of Chalcolithic sites and he has found the following cultures, and then name few features of Chalcolithic sites. Because you come to know about features of Chalcolithic site only because of this prominent archaeologist. So these are the various cultures which are named. Jove culture in Maharashtra, Malwa culture Madhya Pradesh, Nevasa culture Maharashtra, Ahar culture Mewar, Rajasthan, Narhan culture Vindhyan region, Enamgaon in Maharashtra, and Utnur in Telangana. Utnur in Telangana. So these are prominent cultures. It doesn't mean that Chalcolithic sites have not existed anywhere. No, not like that. These are the prominent sites around which you found a kind of culture pattern. Okay. But you have Chalcolithic sites spread across India. Okay. So these are the important sites, and B.B. Lal. B.B. Lal is the important archaeologist who has contributed significantly to Chalcolithic culture. You just, in the next slide, we'll see the Indian map. So whenever there is a question on Chalcolithic, draw an Indian map and mention Jorwe, Ahar, Malwa enough. Very, very important sites these are. Now you see them. You see, where is this Inamgaon? Here it is. It is near Jorwe. Okay. You see your Ahar. Able to see the map? This is your Ahar. This is your Jorwe, Inamgaon. Okay. You saw Hallur. Hallur was part of Neolithic age also. Now it is part of Chalcolithic site also. Same with Koldiva, Chirand. You remember Chirand? It was part of Neolithic age. So that's what I was saying. Ki you have the transition, because from Neolithic age to Iron Age, it is only 4,000 years. In that 4,000 years, you have so many cultures. So obviously many sites will overlap. This is very important. The only site in East India, Panduraja Dibi. So just see the map and remember 3 or 4 distinct sites. I would always choose Jorwe, Ahar, and Inamgaon. These are very important because most of the Chalcolithic burials and excavations are performed at these sites. Malwa also. Malwa culture, Madhya Pradesh. These are the world sites. Siberia in Russia, Egypt in Africa, Timma Valley, Israel, Tehran in Iran, Xingzai in China, Odzwal culture in Europe. Done, Vishal? So case study, Jorwe. one of the most important sites of Chalcolithic age. So where is Jove culture? Okay, we have just seen the map, right? Jove, this is the Jorve, right? So it is in western Maharashtra, Tapi Valley in the north, Bhima Valley in the south. Bhima is a tributary of Krishna, right? You know that Bhima river? So Tapi Valley in the north and Bhima Valley in the south. So it is further divided into early Jove period and late Jove. Did you observe the timeline? It is in fact clashing with the early Vedic age, right? So hamlets and villages are found. Okra colored pottery found in various shapes. Early farmers of Deccan. So you find the evidence of farming in Deccan Plateau from Jorve culture only. Mud walls are constructed. Fire pits inside huts. So there is a peculiar observation here. This is because the late Jove culture belongs to a dry climatic phase when agriculture was no longer a reliable occupation and people depended more on breeding cattle and hunting and gathering. So if you see, the climate was once not favorable, then became favorable, and then became not favorable. There are cycles of climate change also. So during this phase, that is from 1500 BCE to 900 BCE, seems like there was a phase where agriculture was, even today, this particular region is dry. Sunil will be able to let us know. Western Maharashtra, the Marathwada region is not so much conducive for water heavy crops, right?
I heard that Vidarbha is a water drought for Marathwada is relatively okay.
Yeah. So it seems like they have depended on breeding the cattle and consuming the cattle's meat, right? So again, copper tools in various shapes and sizes are found in Java culture. Stone tools, that is microliths made of chalcodeny, pottery made on wheel, usage of ceramic fired pottery, burials in sizes of Inamgaon, Nevasa, twin burials. So twin burials means either they are buried with their domesticated animals or their spouses. Okay, that is what you mean by twin burial. Female figurines made up of clay and two male figurines are also found in Inamgaon. Fine. Continuity. Almost all the Chalcolithic sites of Western and Central India were deserted between the middle and second millennium BC and the beginning of first millennium BC. This abandonment is believed to have caused by drastic decline in rainfall which rendered agriculture unfeasible. We just discussed. Population dispersed from permanent villages to pursue a nomadic pastoral way of life. These areas were reoccupied by settled farmers only in middle of the first millennium BC. Only in Ganga Valley there was continuity of settlements from Chalcolithic to Iron Age in the historic period. Any doubt in this particular continuity? So it so happened that this particular Jorve culture, Malwa culture, that Rajasthan, Western Maharashtra, they became dry at some point of time. Once they became dry, they were not conducive for agriculture. So they were abandoned. Once they were abandoned, there was no continuity from Chalcolithic age in these particular places. However, if you see the Ganga Valley, Ganga Plains, There is continuity because those areas are fertile soils, right? You can have agriculture continuously, and also you have the rivers, the perennial rivers. Here these are peninsular rivers, they are perennial rivers, so they had continuity, but these western sides did not have enough continuity. So that is the meaning. Understood? Yeah, so far any doubt? Just give me a second. Yeah, any doubts? Gayatri?
None, sir.
Vishal? Anything else you want to discuss? We have gone at good pace in this class. Quite good pace. So, pace of Jasprit Bumrah, right? So, anything else before Iron Age? Iron Age is not at all covered in any book. I'm surprised because there was a class there was a question on Iron Age this year. It should have been covered. So anyhow, we are going to cover. Iron Age is very simple. There's nothing to learn in Iron Age. Iron Age is all about your Mahabharata and Ramayana. All those sites in and around Delhi is nothing but your Iron Age. So, Sunil, how is Amravati? I heard some headline about it that you people are under lockdown.
Yes.
You're still under lockdown?
Yeah.
Okay. The cases increased all of a sudden?
Yeah. So movement is restricted.
Be very careful. Be very careful. It's not for our age group. Okay, maybe I am elder, but whatever it is, for our age group, COVID is not life threatening. Okay, because I have doctors in my family.
I am cured, recovered person.
Oh, you got
Not-
affected by COVID?
yes, but I was asymptomatic. Mild symptoms.
Oh, so you are part of herd immunity, as per our first class by Mohan sir. Right, Gayatri? So
Yes.
you did not know that you were actually affected, or you knew and you were asymptomatic.
I knew, but I was March 18. I went to Delhi. Then I just two days. I was having dry cough. Then I got tested. So
March
I just
18th last year.
yes.
Oh, you are one of the first.
Early affected. Early affected.
So that time, lot of fuss, right? You were quarantined.
uh,
Uh,
uh, actually, yeah, I was in my village, so it's okay. I did not feel stay in huge campus. Not much fuss for my individual case. My father and I were quarantined.
okay, but first 1.5 month was very this thing. People were hit with lathis. You go out, police are smashing you. But today, corona patient is just beside you. All you need to wear is a mask. So Sunil, be careful. Okay, you stay with the family or you are a bachelor there.
I stay with my family.
Okay, good. Seems like there is some new strain once again, and
Mm,
there is some right. There is some new strain which they are talking about.
Right. So
Right. One second. Just give me a minute. Fine. Yeah, sorry, someone has come. So Sunil, how is it going? How is the preparation going? Exactly 4 months for your prelims now.
Right. So everything is getting serious now.
It's okay. So need not get serious. It should get uh, more, concrete now. Ki everything should fall in place slowly.
Hmm. Let's see.
What about you, Vishal? Just the other day, you speaking about your this thing in our class, and it so happened that again yesterday you had to speak, right? It was in the class of education.
Yeah. Also, in our last class, we talked about Gayatri mentioned about
Uh,
leaving preparation, and I went through a week of that phase where I didn't feel like studying anything and
I'm
attend
sorry, I'm
any of the
extremely
classes.
I'm sorry if I have
no, see, actually,
It's
transferred my
not because
negative.
of you. It's not
No,
because
no,
of
no,
no,
my
you.
no.
negative energy I have transferred to you are like good, doing good, and
So you people all Anthro students have your own group, right? You have your own Telegram group where you discuss.
We have a group, but I don't think all of them are there. A good majority are there.
Okay. So again, what I would like to tell you people is, be patient, guys. I mean, I'm slogging it out for last 5.5 6 years non-stop. Married, having a girl child. Okay, she was the one who has just knocked the door. She banged the door just so she wanted me to spend a minute with her. So I spent a minute and came back to a live class. So the other day when I asked for 5 minutes, I was feeding my child. So that's the reason I could not speak in the class. So many things are there, but the ultimate goal and destination is really which we are passionate about, right? So I'm sure ki, like what Venkat Mohan sir just laughs off when someone says that civil services is my childhood goal. So very rare. Matlab someone who has come from the typical rural background who has seen uh, civil servants right from day one, or maybe their parents are very powerful who associated to civil servants. Except for those people are born and brought up in cities. We hardly know who is our corporator or MLA, and we have very little work with civil servants, right? Especially the urban people. Did you anytime go to collector office, Sunil?
I went once, uh, but I couldn't see anyone. I mean, the collector, I couldn't see.
You
I went to
for
office,
a
but I
selfie
couldn't.
or what?
No, I just went, but
Very rare.
very rare. Right.
See, so that's what I'm saying. Ki we chose this particular path because we have done enough R&D on why we want this. Yes or no? It's not that मेरा दोस्त लिख रहा है या कोई that is not the goal which we are, I think, which we are following, right? My dad wanted me to become civil servant. Okay, even if that is the case, but you honored your dad or mom because you felt that you are capable and you did some research on this particular profile, civil service, why you want to come. Gayatri, yes?
Mine is very accidental. It was like
Very
I did the
accident.
same. No, it was like Vishal's story only. I committed. I was victim of this Narayana thing. I have attempted suicide and I lost interest in education. My dad told you just
Oh,
complete your degree. Somebody will marry you, kind of. I did it that way. Then I started studying for groups, and then okay, something I just came here. My parents are both are government teachers, so they made me do B.Ed, and so now they are all happened. It's all I don't know. My life is chaos. It is like
so you are already qualified to be a teacher, right? You are awaiting your Navodaya posting. That's what you told me. You are awaiting your Navodaya posting, right?
yes, sir. I think within 1 month. I once they open the schools, then
Okay. Am I audible, Vishal? Or is there some delay still?
You're audible, sir.
Yeah. So don't give up. Just hold on to this particular thing. So it will fetch, and I'm sure. In fact, I hope all of you clear prelims and go to mains and then make it to interview and get some good rank. So it's a very long journey. Even one attempt at civil services is a very long journey, right? It's complete year. Your age changes the number by the time you give prelims and go to interview. Your age changes irrespective of which month you are born. Hello,
yes, sir. Listening.
Audible, sir.
audible. Right. So my request is it's very complicated and very complex sometimes, and I agree it is easier said than done. But just hold on. Don't come to conclusions that still your prelims is still 120 days away. So 120 days is quite a lot. To be very honest with you guys, 75 to 80 days is enough to clear the prelims. Okay, so 75 to 80 days of hard work is enough to clear the prelims. Don't give up so early. Gayatri, still 120 days and you have
No,
done a
sir.
lot of hard work, you have covered enough bases.
No, sir. I'm
Hmm?
not giving up, but just I'm not giving up, sir. I'll study.
Don't give up on the attempt. I'm not
Not to
saying
study. And that I have made up my mind that I'm not taking this at. Tomorrow I have my PG exams and there is this net thing and all. I'll just do that for 1 month.
Okay.
I have made up.
So,
I think the amount of talking will reverse my decision this time. I told my father
okay.
also. He's okay, fine.
How is your preparation going on, Vishal?
It was going fine, sir. But as I mentioned, I took a week off, and then I've resumed it since yesterday. Not done with the syllabus yet. So I hope to finish within this next month. Maybe I'm studying geography and history parallelly. So I was able to complete polity economics sometime back. So I'll have to revise that. And then also plan to study environment in March itself. So I'm hopeful. And then maybe by end of March, I'll start giving these, or mid-March, once I'm done with either geography or history, I'll start giving these mock tests.
You can take some time. You can give mid-April also.
Okay.
Mid-April, may you give 5 or 6 mocks. Okay. Assess yourself, and then go back and again study, and then you can give mocks up to June 20th. Okay. Last 1 week you don't give any mock. Up to June 20th you can give mocks. So, and don't give too many mocks also, that so that you are pissed off with that objective type. You have a target of 30-35 mocks across institutes, and then give 5 or 6 complete mocks in the starting around April. Then you'll assess yourself. You are at 80, 90, 100, whatever it is. And then weigh your pros and cons, and then go back and then work them out, come back and give remaining mocks. Fine?
Yes.
I'm just waiting for the notification so that we can do that prelims ka thing. Just giving my version of how to approach prelims. Fine.
For science and technology, it's mostly
Iron Age, pretty easy and straightforward.
for science and technology, it's mostly current affairs related, right? For the past 2 years, current affairs or something like that.
That's all. That's all. Not even past 2 years, yeah. It's only last 8 months. I told you, right? From last year, October, you target. Maybe if you want to be a bit cautious, you can do it from last June. Because last year prelims was in the October. Okay. So till October, it is already covered in last year prelims. So this year prelims, the span is only 8 months. So that is the reason. If you see last year also current affairs did not have enough weightage. I don't think this year also there are a lot of current affairs which the examiner can go and bank upon. And hence your static content becomes really, really important. Right? You should do your static properly now. You just go and, because you are a serious aspirant, you just sit back and think what are the current affairs which you get into the mind. Last 8 months there is nothing. COVID vaccine, COVID continuity, COVID this, COVID that, India-China border, India vaccine diplomacy. These are all main points. What will be the prelims point of view? Maybe something related to COVID vaccinations will be there. But because the world has come to a standstill, right? So there are not that much of current affairs which typically happen in a year. The world is going at 0.5x or 0.25x speed. Previously it used to go at 2x, but now it is going at half the speed. most of the conferences are virtual, people are going slow, the offices are not open. So I knew that last year also. That's why when in the prelims I concentrated more on static content. So I'm sure this year also static content is going to have more weightage.
So one question I have is how did you prepare for agriculture
Okay.
part, which came?
Nobody prepared. It was like you have to write there. Agriculture.
What?
Gayatri is right. See, there, see, agriculture ka, it was not typical straightforward agriculture. It was combination of science and technology, right, Gayatri?
Yes, sir. But I went with this science and technology logics only. All that sugarcane question and all that seedlings. I don't know what. I really don't know the concept, but I got them right. I
See,
got the
actually, that's true because they were not typical agriculture questions. They were having some 60 to 70% on science and technology. I would call them more of a science and technology questions than agriculture questions. So that way you should be able to smartly eliminate them. It should be possible. You always eliminate the extreme options here. Simple. The thumb rule in prelims is always eliminate the extremes option. That will be the one of the most important tip I'll tell you. Extreme options should be eliminated. When we see the questions, you'll understand. You'll appreciate it.
but
Okay.
those might not work in
That
all,
has
but mostly it will work, right, sir?
worked out.
No, it might not work in all cases, but
The,
most it will work out.
see, prelims is a game of probability, right? And it's game of numbers. So if you are able to have one kind of technique, and if you are able to get 7 out of 10, I think anyone will take it any day. Yes or no? So, we all have written competitive exams at various point of, Vishal is an IITN, so Sunil is an engineer, I am an engineer, Gayatri, you are a B.Ed. So we have appeared for competitive exams many a time in our life, but this is, and we all have our own way of cracking them. So here also you need to have that thing, and it's all game of probability and game of numbers, where you should have some certain techniques and get them right. And if someone is saying you that, look, Vishal, you follow my way and you answer 10, you get 6. Any day Vishal will take it, because mind mein kya hai, 6 into 2 is 12, 4 into minus 2 by 3 is 2.33. So by attempting 10 questions, you are getting 8 marks. So these are the questions which you don't know. So say you don't know 40 questions, remaining 60 may you get 50 right, and here in 40 you get, for every 10 you get only 6 right or only 5 right. Still you are getting around 70 right. The moment you get 70 right, come what may, you are in. Let there be only 10 seats, still you will be in. If you see right from 2013, 2015 onwards, anyone who got 70 right is through. They can comfortably prepare for the mains. No need to worry about cutoff at all. Even if you get 30 wrong, so 70 and 30, 110, still you are in. Right? So that's the game of numbers. So we'll discuss that. We'll have an extensive session there in prelim session. We'll have a workshop kind where we will discuss, we will interact. So I'm planning to rope in Mithun also. Mithun also, I spoke to him the other day. So he'll join from Vadodara. He's in Vadodara. He's in IRTS training. So he's also a very senior aspirant uh, who has cleared it in last year. very knowledgeable person. Okay, right. So Iron Age. So what is the importance of Iron Age? Is introduction of iron was crucial in agricultural based settlement life. Okay, so what was so special about iron? Compared to copper, iron deposits were more in India, that is in Chota Nagpur. And one biggest strength of iron is its strength, right? Iron is any day more stronger than this copper, bronze. All these are delicate metals. Iron helped in clearing large traces of forests in and around the Gangetic Plain. So Gangetic Plain, being a very fertile region, was very dense, having lot of forest, which the previous cultures could not explore due to their lack of tool technology. The moment iron technology came into the picture, you have a strong tool, strong metal, which could clear large traces of forest, and then you could use these lands for agriculture. And then your settlement started. So this is the sequence. Copper, being brittle, obviously could not be used for clearing dense forests, and hence these cultures were confined to arid and semi-humid regions. Okay. Copper bronze using cultures are largely confined to arid and semi-arid regions because there are no dense forests in semi-arid and arid regions. So these are your iron tools. Okay, not as sophisticated as Tipu Sultan's sword, but definitely the early iron tools around 1000 BC, right? So still they could clear large traces of forest with these kind of tools. So see the beauty here. Once iron tools were in use, the stone tools became phased out. Iron tools were accessible to common population also. With the help of iron tools, enterprising farmers cleared the dense forests of Lower Ganga and started effective human colonization of fertile region. The agriculture surplus generated by the combination of iron technology, fertile soils, perennial availability of water from rivers, lakes and wells, and human enterprise led to the emergence of second urbanization in the country. Are you able to follow the sequence? We just now discussed it. With iron, you clear forest, that land, you use it for intensive agriculture. With intensive agriculture and perennial rivers, because these are all glacial rivers, right? The Ganga Valley, Ganga region is all glacial rivers. The perennial rivers led to perennial water availability. That means you could cultivate season after season, season after season, and then you produce surplus. When you produce surplus, your secondary occupations began. When your secondary occupations began, you started migrating towards other places, and then led to the formation of cities and towns and formation of second urbanization. What is the first urbanization? Harappa. Second urbanization is your Mahajanapadas at around 600 BCE. So Iron Age is after 1000 BCE. From 1000 BCE it is called Iron Age. Right. So Iron Age is from 1000 BCE. Epics of Mahabharata and Ramayana are dated to Iron Age sites. This age also led to Mahajanapadas, that is 6th century BCE, which is popularly called second urban civilization after the first urban civilization of Harappan age. Okay. Right. The pottery of Iron Age. It is popularly called painted grey ware pottery. You can see this sherd, right? Sherd of the pottery. It is like grey color, painted grey ware. This is a part of pottery. So this is how the pottery looks. So you can easily connect to the pottery. Ochre colored, you saw the orange shade. Painted gray, you are able to see the painted gray shade. If you see NBPW, they are very polished, shining type. Okay. So this PGW was first found in a site called Ahichatra in UP. Okay. Ahichatra in UP. The painted greyware pottery was produced from well levigated clay and manufactured on a fast wheel. A thin slip was applied on both surfaces and the ware was baked at temperatures of around 600 centigrade under reducing conditions which produce smooth ashy surface and core. So what is the takeaway from this paragraph? That is, the technology has started evolving from raw mud clay pottery. Okay, now you are having pottery from ochre colored pottery. Now you have migrated to a pottery which is made on wheel and which is heated at the temperature of 600 degrees to produce smooth and ashy surface, right? Culture. Painted greyware people cultivated rice and wheat and lived in wattle and dog houses. They were the first people to have definitely used the domesticated horse, very important. Though we have evidence, though we know that Harappan people were using, sorry. Though we know that the Aryans were using horses, the Iron Age people have domesticated the horses. Okay. The Harappan people, the Aryan people have used the horses. Okay. I'm really sorry. The Aryan people have used the horses, but the Iron Age people have domesticated the horses.
How can you use without domestic?
See, good question. So domestication here means Aryan people have had horses. Okay, they had horses for traveling, but Aryan people did not settle at any one place. So when does the domestication start? When you settle at one place, when you use horse not only as a transport but for other purposes also. Maybe they were used in farming, or maybe they were used in pulling the carts. They were used in producing mules. So Aryans were not settling anywhere, right? From 1500 BC to 1000 BC, early Vedic age, which is also called as Aryan age, they did not settle at any point of time. They were all pastoralism. They were pastoral nomads. They roamed around. That's why there are no records of the settlement of Aryans, right? All we know about them is through Rigveda only. Aryan said this, Aryan said that, Aryan said this. How we know? Only through Rigveda. Do we have any archaeological proof of Aryans? No. You have so much about Harappa, who existed before Aryans, but regarding Aryans, you have no proof. Even today, there are a lot of debates of Aryan invasion. There is a question in our anthropology last year about Aryan invasion theory. They did not settle, right? So the situation of their lifestyle was far different than projected in the epics of Puranas, which are Ramayana and Mahabharata. Okay, it was not so rosy as projected in our epics. Ram Rajya or Rama gave this much, Rama gave that much. Okay, Rama is God for all of us. So, but the situation during the Iron Age was different from the reality mentioned in the epics. So the important sites, you see the sites all are in and around Delhi, present day Delhi. Achaitra, Hastinapura, Indraprastha, Ataranji Khera, Lal Killa. You see the map. See, see the spread of sites across Delhi. And if you see these sites, all these are Gangetic plain only. Is this Gangetic Ganga Yamuna Doab? In geography, you must have read this Ganga Yamuna Doab. Your Yamuna, right? It's in Delhi, and this is all up to Bihar. Everything is Ganga. Ganga and its tributaries. So, you see, these triangles are all painted grey ware. You see the legend of the map, the triangles are painted grey ware. You see, maximum triangles are in this region only. See, this is your Ataranji Kera. Okay, then your Hastinapura, Indraprastha, Lal Killa. See, your Lal Killa near Delhi. Again, remember 5 or 6 sites, more than enough. Okay, no need to by heart the map. So this is for your reference. 5 to 6 important sites you mention. Of course, if you study 5, you remember only 3 in your exam. So I am saying 5 because you can remember 3. Just write them, map point them and leave them. That's all. It leaves very good impression. For any archaeological answer, you draw the Indian map and depict the sites. That will give you by default 2 marks. Okay. So the continuity we just discussed, right? The continuity of Iron Age led to more sedentary life, more surplus, and then the second civilization, which changed the life forever. Today, if you are sitting in chair happily, I am sitting here on my bed, so it changed the life forever. Second civilization was, after second civilization we never looked back, right? Then we had Mauryas, then we had Indo-Greeks, Kushans, Guptas. After Guptas we had Harshavardhana ke baad Chola, Gila, and then the Mughals. And today we are completely sedentary. This is it. So both of them are very straightforward topics, guys. Nothing to really worry about archaeology. As I told you last time also, what all you do is take this material, get them printed, and just keep them aside after your prelims. After prelims, 1 week you'll take a break, right? That break, now you cannot take break for 1 week also. So break for 1 or 2 days, then you read this archaeology, throw it aside, and then come back before the exam. It should be more than helpful. One good thing about this is you'll do some answers in your GS1 also. And I'm sure, as somehow my sixth sense is, from the material which you are studying about archaeology, you will have at least one prelims ka question this year. Because I'm seeing the focus drifting towards ancient and medieval India in prelims. Very, very, very neglected area of prelims preparation. Because the topic is very dry, guys. As simple as that. See, I mean, if we have to speak about India-China relations, everyone will have their own opinion. So, when everyone gives out their opinion, and it's really fascinating to speak on China because it's the most happening topic. Finger 8, finger 5. Okay, did India concede anything? But archaeology is a bit dry. What is this PGW, OCP? What is orange color, gray color? It definitely turns off because we cannot concentrate so much. But believe me, with regular practice, when you master this particular area, you will feel super confident in archaeology paper and especially an anthropology optional. Because people generally don't write these questions. Marriage, everyone will write. Out of 10, 9 people will write marriage. But then marriage is so subjective, right? Even in anthropology itself, the topic marriage is very subjective. There are 5 definitions. What Airavati, what Airavati Karve has something, Kathleen Go has something. So here there is hardly any confusion. Paleolithic बोले तो Paleolithic, that's all. You cannot have 10 versions of Paleolithic, right? Of course, you have 3 versions, which is lower, upper, and middle. But then those are also by and large static. Only thing what you can do to further enrich your answers is every Saturday or Sunday I'm seeing continuously that there is some article on some archaeological excavation happening in India, in Hindu. Just see that, relate to your notes and write that site name, that's all. That much effort if you put, you will get straight away 40-50 marks here. Believe me, we are someone who have lost ranks because of 4 or 5 marks, and we know the value of 40 marks. Okay, when you write the mains paper, you will not know. But when you know the difference between you and a ranker is 10 marks out of 2025 marks, that hurts. Okay, all you needed was only 10 marks out of 2025, which is 0.5%. Okay, so be careful. Every mark counts. Not that, if you see, if you want to verify my statement, just go and Google last 4 years ka mark sheets. If you are really burnt by studying, you don't want to study anymore, just go and Google the mark sheets of last 2017. They publish all the marks, right? Go and see the marks. How thin, wafer thin are the margins. People get same marks. Almost 10 to 15 people get same marks. So be careful. Mains may you have to score well. To get a rank, your mains is a decider. And to get a service, your interview is the decider. The logic is as simple as that. If you want to get a rank, concentrate first on mains. If you want to get a service, good service, concentrate on the interview. That is a thumb rule. Okay. Anything else you want to ask? Gayatri, Vishal, and Sunil. Why is the attendance dropping? Shweta is not joining. Preeti is not joining. Anyone else was there? I think you 5 only were there, right? From the starting.
There were more. I think there few joined later on, but I think we 5 were attending classes since the beginning.
Any reason why those 2 girls are not joining? Any update on them? Gayatri? They're busy with other preparation or?
Sir,
Huh?
I couldn't listen your voice. I couldn't hear you, sir. Please repeat.
Any reason why the other people are not joining the class?
Sir, I'm traveling, so I couldn't hear you. Please repeat.
Yeah, I have repeated. I am asking you any.
I don't know anybody except speakers.
You know any reason, Sunil? कुछ ज्यादा बोरिंग लग रहा है क्या क्लास?
नहीं सब prelims I think prepare कर रहे हैं. I think time has come and they are preparing.
Taking an hour off from prelims preparation also helps. Okay, that's the reason I'm trying to complete my classes within the time so that I don't want to waste the time of you guys. So we started at 6:45 and by 8 we are done. So my plan was for 1.5 hours. So थोड़ा पेस बढ़ाया और 15 मिनट पहले खत्म कर दिया. Good. So but at the same time, I don't want to compromise on the quality, because everything is ready made for you, right? I'm giving you a buffet, that's all. You just go and soup starter खाने के बाद ये open करो, material हो गया तुम्हारा archaeology का preparation. So I've done good research to get these notes done. So I still stand by it. 8 out of 10 questions you will attempt in archaeology with these notes. Rest assured. Okay. You get the best faculty, anyone in anthropology, I can challenge them. Okay. Anyhow, so 5 classes are done. Then we have 2 more classes. One is your on Harappa. The second class will be on megalithic burials, which is very important, coming year after year. Okay, megalithic burials is a special type of burials which are found in South India only. Okay, they are important for your GS1 also. And Harappa by default, important for prelims, important for GS1, important for anthropology. This year prelims also you will have a question on Harappa. Okay, such kind of a topic it is. Don't neglect Harappan culture. Very easy. Reason it is important. Okay, Harappa, megalithic burials, then racial and linguistic classification, which was requested by sir. I'll do it, and then one half an hour, 40 minutes ka doubt session. So that is, I'll try to finish within 1 week, 10 days. Okay, I'll not try to burden you guys, because I know once this prelims notification comes, the brain doesn't concentrate anything on mains. You would like to do something, but it will pull you away from that. Okay. So take 1 or 2 days and just finish off all your pending backlogs with regard to mains preparation. Okay. Don't postpone it. Once prelims notification comes, you will be just, drifting off towards prelims. It happens. It happens with the senior most people. It happens with anyone. Okay. आपने जो भी टारगेट किया फरवरी एंड तक करने के लिए, एटलीस्ट ट्राई टू डू फ्रॉम 40-50% ऑफ इट. Everyone is ambitious. You want to write 10 answers today, you'll write 2 answers. That happens with everyone. Don't worry. Okay. So even if you're able to do 40% of your timetable, I'm sure you are on track. Don't get frustrated. Timetable, see, our timetables are really ambitious, right? We want to complete entire Lakshmikant in 1 day. Okay, it doesn't happen like that. Okay, even if you do only chapter 1 or chapter 2, be focused. Okay, you may end up only doing fundamental rights, or the parliament chapter may itself take 3 days, because it's a huge chapter, right? Parliament is a huge chapter, so it may take 3 or 4 days. But have a cutoff for the polity. Don't have cutoff for the Lakshmikant book. Have cutoff for the polity. Polity, I will do it in 1 week. Today you may read only 1 chapter, but tomorrow do 3 chapters. Okay? It really doesn't matter, guys, how much you read a day, 6 hours, 8 hours. Focus mein, if you read, it's more than enough. That's what I feel. Gayatri, able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what we can do, we can just close our class. I'll just see what, because sir is also doing current affairs and all. So maybe these next 2 classes we'll try to finish it in 1 week, 10 days and close it there. And then if you people happen to register for that prelims ka session, then we'll meet there. And then we can discuss extensively about prelims there. It is only prelims focused class. right? Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir.